Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, and this is Cruise Peruse, episode number 68. Boys and girls, let me get this out of the way. Not even get this out of the way. Let me say my congratulations to the St. Louis Blues on winning your first ever Stanley Cup in your 52-year history. Congratulations, guys. You guys absolutely deserved that win yesterday. Camera freaking out on me here again, boys and girls. But absolutely deserved that win yesterday. And, you know, commiserations to the Boston Bruins, but they were also incredible. I know that people are going to just, you know, shit and hate on Boston right now because that's what American sports fans have to do, have to hate on Boston. But the reality is Boston put up such a valiant fight and effort in this series that they have to be given credit. Tuukka Rask was unbelievable throughout the series, except last night he completely just did not look like himself at all. Zdeno Chara, an absolute beast that even with the broken jaw to the point of where he can't, you know, talk, he's still playing his heart out. You know, guys like Charlie Coyle, the unknown hero that, you know, kept them alive in the series all throughout. You know, other guys, not just the first line guys like Bergeron, Pastrnak, and Marchand, but that entire team, you know, they did such a brilliant job. And, you know, again, kudos to the Boston Bruins to making it that far. And listen, you guys already won it before. And as, you know, last year, second place Vegas Golden Knights fan, yeah, of course, losing sucks. Losing at home is even worse. Like, I've witnessed that shit last year, Game 5, in T-Mobile Arena. Saw my team lose the Stanley Cup final, last possible game, and my feeling is always, oh man, we're gonna come back. Whether it's next year, you know, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, one of these days we're gonna be back. And you know, that's the positive mindset you have to keep up with if you're a loser. Okay, listen, you can call it second place, but the reality is you're a loser. And it's fine. It's okay, because you lost to a good team. St. Louis, let's talk about St. Louis. Let's talk about St. Louis. And let me just talk about who I believe the MVP was throughout this series. And the numbers won't reflect it. Of course, the numbers will never reflect it. But this guy was the difference maker, Jordan Binnington. Okay, Jordan Binnington, 32 saves on 33 shots, 970 save percentage last night against the Boston Bruins in Boston after a horrendous Game 6 for Binnington standards, letting in easy pucks, soft pucks really. And for him to come out last night just firing on all cylinders, just making saves. Those first two periods where he just played behind the net, it was unbelievable. Some of those saves he was making, you know, there's that one save, I believe it was in the third period. The puck goes off his arm or stick, and then he has the reflex and presence of mind to kick that out with his I believe his right pad to secure a 3-0 lead, I believe, at that point in the game. And honestly, man, Binnington last night, that first two periods, I thought there's nothing that's going to go in, you know, in his net tonight. That's his net. There's no fucking way Binnington is letting anything in tonight, and I was right. Up to the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the game, where I think it was Grzelcyk, that dude who got concussed and came back to Game 7. He got a goal in there. He has to be feeling pretty good about himself about that, but not in totality, of course. But again, I keep talking, you know, about Jordan Binnington on these cruise peruses, and mainly because that kid has been unbelievable. That kid has been lights out, and I know there's a lot of criticism, you know, towards his save percentage and the numbers, because oh, you fucking stat nerds, you know, you just firmly believe in the numbers without any sort of context. But when you watch the fucking games themselves, Binnington was the fucking difference maker. I know Ryan O'Reilly deservedly got that Conn Smythe Award, and I don't besmirch him for it, because Ryan O'Reilly getting that first goal, making statement goals every fucking step of the way in these playoffs, has been unbelievable. Buffalo, obviously, the guys who traded for him, traded him out, thinking he's kind of a bust. have to really be looking at themselves like, we really fucked this up, didn't we? Let alone, you know, signing Jeff Skinner to that exorbitant contract, and now you guys are the outside looking in. I mean, that was the whole fucking situation with Buffalo earlier in the season where, dude, fuck you, idiot. Like, why the fuck do you not fucking see I'm coming through, you fucking moron? Jesus fucking Christ. But anyways, the Buffalo Sabres were in such a prime position, and this is so fucking crazy because around December and January, the St. Louis Blues were in the bottom of the league, 31 out of 31 teams, around January, I believe. And to have Buffalo, contrastly, they were like first? Yeah, around like that time in the season, they were about first or second. They were very high up in the rankings. And then they fucking plummeted. They absolutely fucking plummeted. And it goes to show you that, listen, don't ever take your players lightly, right? I mean, that's what Vegas is facing with Tomas Tatar. You know, that's what Buffalo's facing with Ryan O'Reilly, who, again, just scoring all kinds of goals, you know, getting the fucking Conn Smythe, you know. But as much as I'm praising, you know, the Blues offense, you know, you got guys like Perron just doing the fucking business. And I'm happy for my boy DP. I'm absolutely ecstatic for my boy DP. You know, Perron getting his first cup, you know, traveling team to team to team, finally getting something that he's been chasing all those times. And, you know, other cats in there. Tarasenko wasn't really a huge factor, but lot can be said about his game, what he brought over. And all those offensive players, I mean, they were fantastic. But, again, you know, guys like Pietrangelo, the captain, Bouwmeester also have to be given huge credit. Every one of those fucking guys do. I'm just saying these fucking names because I can, but the reality is every one of these guys do deserve immense credit for just working as a team and just never giving up, playing the fucking hard game, winning on the road. Winning on the fucking road is just unbelievably difficult, but they were able to do it. And this win record, you know, on the road, finally, you know, it ties, you know, 10 wins on the road, a record that has already been set, but these guys are special. This team is absolutely special. And again, to me, the highlight player, the key player in all of this since January is Jordan Binnington. I don't know why people keep trying to argue with me on this shit, or if there even is an argument at this point, right? The guy, since coming in January, has been phenomenal. His save percentage, if you want to even look at that, you fucking stat nerds, has been unbelievably good to the point of getting the Blues out of last place, going on this 11-streak run, making it to the playoffs, going through unbelievable circumstances and challenges, and throughout its adversity, figuring out a way to buckle down, focus, and play hard and win. That's what champions do. And they exhibited all of that throughout this entire playoff series, and I'm very happy for the St. Louis Blues and their fan base. Their fan base deserves this shit. Their fan base absolutely deserves this, because I will tell you firsthand, last season, I was at the T-Mobile Arena, Stanley Cup Final, Game 5, Washington Capitals versus Vegas Golden Knights. And, you know, I stayed at the stadium after the game. I stayed there for about a good hour or so, and I got to witness grown men and women, you know, in their 50s and 60s crying, because they have been cheering this team all their lives, and to finally reach the ultimate goal, it has to be just emotional catharsis, right? Sports catharsis. And you know what? I was happy for the Washington Capitals fans then. I'm happy for the St. Louis Blues fans now. Now, if you start asking me, motherfuckers, you know, which team I'm going to be happy for who don't have a cup, one of the teams I'm never going to be happy for is the San Jose Sharks. I fucking hate the San Jose Sharks, and that was before this fucking series in the playoffs. I just never fucking liked them. I don't like North California. Fuck San Jose. And you know what? I'm glad you fuckers got dick punched in the conference finals to the fucking team that inevitably won, because you fuckers deserve that shit every step of the way. Whether it's LA, whether it's St. Louis, you can go fuck yourself, San Jose. I fucking hate San Jose so goddamn much. Seriously. Hope you fuckers stay fucking losers all throughout. All fucking throughout. Because St. Louis Blues, now they're winners. The memes are dead, boys and girls. Just like last year, the Washington Capitol memes are dead. And you know what? Dead memes just means a new memes afoot. New stuff happening. New revolutions, right? But it's only less than 12 hours ago, right? So we still bask in the GLORIA that is a St. Louis Blues win. And it's just incredible to watch that team do the job, take care of Boston in Boston, making Tuukka Rask look just absolutely non-functional, to say the least. Yeah, he had 1 or 2 good saves, honestly, but 16 saves on 20 shots, where St. Louis, they barely got shots off. Up until the first period, like the end of the first period, they were getting nothing on target. Well, no shots, really. And once you realize, like, Boston was generating shots after shots after shots after shots, Binnington saving all of them, you knew that, man, Binnington is really in the zone. Maybe if offense can capitalize on, and there's Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly doing the fucking dirty deed. And then Pietrangelo getting the goal 7 seconds before the period ends. Just that, to me, you know, was the mark of, wow, this might actually happen. Now, boys and girls, as a Vegas fan, I knew, despite the fact they were, you know, Vegas, you know, they were up 3-0, and then they lost the fucking series in Game 7. I had a very uneasy feeling about the Blues, you know, heading into the third period, but at the same time, I thought about it in that instant and realized that they're not the same team. St. Louis Blues plays defense like their lives fucking depend on it. And the goaltender, Fleury versus Binnington, I mean, right now, Fleury, relative to how he performed in that first round, abysmal, compared to Binnington. Binnington has been just a fucking rock. He was a fucking wall yesterday for 50 fucking minutes. About what, 57 minutes of this game. 57 minutes and 50 seconds of this game. He was a fucking wall. He lets in 1 goal. To me, he was immaculate last night. That kid deserves so much. And you know what? If he doesn't win the Calder, I think there's something really wrong. I know the games played comes into factor. I understand that. But are you really going to say Carter Hutt, or where the fuck that kid is in fucking in Philadelphia, or Elias Pettersson? Really? And I know. Playoffs don't count in the Calder vote. But okay, let's look at Binnington, and not in the playoffs. Oh, well, look at that. He comes in January, rescues a team from bottom, 11 straight wins, insane save percentage. But yeah, we're just going to look over it because some kid in Philadelphia saved a couple of goals and they were mediocre as all shit. Sure. That's a fucking logical thing to do, NHL. Here's the thing. Like the title of the video suggests, Jordan Binnington is the man. He is absolutely the man. And again, if in my world, he's the Conn Smythe winner. He is also the Calder winner because he's done something. I believe no goaltenders. Or did he tie it or break the record? He has 16 wins. 16 fucking wins as a rookie goaltender. I believe. I'm pretty sure it was maybe Roa, but I'm not 100%. But 16 wins. 16 fucking wins for a rookie goaltender. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, all right. That's fine. That's fine. Nobody wants to acknowledge Jordan Binnington's greatness right here and there. But sure, all of you are going to say, but next season he might not be that great. You also understand that there's other fucking parts in the team, right? All I'm saying is Jordan Binnington's skills as a goaltender is just unbelievable. And the intangibles. All right, the kid has the fuck. You know what he's got? He's got Mamba mentality. And I love it. He's got that killer instinct that says, all right, we might lose today, but when we come back next time, I'm going to rip your fucking heart out. And he's done that. He's done that all throughout this series, all throughout these playoffs. And again, I'm a believer. I'm a fucking fan of this kid. I want this kid to succeed every step of the way. And you know what? It's funny because it's only my second year of watching hockey, And you get to witness beginnings and new things when you start watching something new, and you get to grow along with it. So I'm hoping Jordan Binnington, throughout my time now watching hockey, will be a great goaltender. I hope he does well, because listen, man, you win your fucking team a fucking Stanley Cup after never winning in a final. Let's break this shit down, St. Louis Blues. All right, if there are any fucking fans out there of the St. Louis Blues who are doubting Jordan Binnington at this point, all right, let me break this shit down. 3 years in a fucking row since you guys first started. Okay, since you first started in the league, St. Louis Blues, 3 years in a fucking row you went to the Stanley Cup Finals. 3 years in a fucking row. You lost all 3 of those fucking games in a sweep. All of them. Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, and the Canadiens again, if I'm not mistaken. But you get this kid in. Now, like I said, there are offensive players. There's also defense. They did score. But you look at the fucking context of these fucking games in the final. Jordan Binnington was the difference maker. He was a difference maker. All those fucking years ago, the reason why you guys never won it, you didn't have a goaltender. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But Jordan Binnington has been the fucking... He's been the fucking puzzle piece that was missing all along. And Binnington, I'll just say it right now, man. This kid may just have an amazing second year. Who the hell knows? Man, maybe St. Louis does some crazy shit next year where they win the President's Trophy and then they fucking lose in the first round. I don't know. I'm already thinking ahead because, the Las Vegas Sportsbook, I believe the Westgate, they released these odds right now, actually right after the game last night, of future winners, for odds for future winners of the Stanley Cup. Tampa Bay is first. Guess who's second, boys and girls? The Vegas Golden Knights. The two teams that were dick punched in the first round are first. You know who's dead last? The Senators. Yeah. I believe it was the Senators and the Kings second. And the odds of the Senators making it is 500-1. You put $20 on that shit, it's $1,000. That's pretty hilarious. And it's just funny to me that the season has wrapped itself up. And we got the conclusion that I feel that majority of sports fans in the hockey realm wanted. Except if you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan, and who gives a fuck if you're, listen, if you're a Chicago fan, who fucking cares? Who fucking who? Okay? Who fucking who? All right? You got the Cubs. You got the Bulls. Well, unfortunately, you got the Bulls right now. But you had the Bulls. You had the Bulls, right? You got the White Sox. You got all these fucking teams. Relax, right? Relax. You got winners. Okay, relax. St. Louis, that city has been marred by just dick punching. All right, because Stan Kroenke's a piece of shit. All right, St. Louis, I can get behind you on that. I'm an Arsenal fan. I fucking hate Stan Kroenke. The Cardinals, as good as they were, up and downs, lots of ups and downs. But St. Louis finally has a champion that stayed there when the times were rough, stayed there when the dick punching was just at its hardest, but managed to, out of the abyss, out of the darkness, get a win. I'm very happy for them. And boys and girls, tonight we have an opportunity to be happy for another tortured fan base in the Toronto Raptors. Not as long of a torture as the St. Louis Blues, but the Toronto Raptors are headed to the Oracle tonight against the Golden State Warriors in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. And I will let you know this, boys and girls. I still believe there's a really high chance the Toronto Raptors come out of this alive. Alive meaning they come out with the win. And, a win would secure them the championship because they are up in the series 3-2. No Kevin Durant because of his Achilles injury. Believe Steph will probably still play. I imagine he's going to get 35 points, 7 rebounds, probably fucking 9 assists or some shit. With probably 2 steals in there. But again, I believe if the Toronto Raptors play the game like they have in the back-to-back away games in the Oracle, they will win this. If they play down to just team ball, passing, and getting the right looks, playing solid defense in between, they're going to get that win. And if I need to lay my stakes right now, I would still say the Raptors win this by 2 points. Call me crazy, but I believe the Raptors have the wherewithal to do this. They now have the mental edge to do this because KD's not coming back, period. Okay, Kevon Looney, one of the bigger pieces, literally the bigger pieces in that Golden State roster, out. He's injured. And to me, this speaks volumes about how frantic I feel Steve Kerr is right now. That's just me reading into things, but I believe Steve Kerr is in panic mode. I truly think Steve Kerr is in panic mode. You rush KD out of injury, you rush Kevon Looney out of injury out of desperation. For what? For a fucking three-peat that honestly, logistically, looked really improbable to happen all throughout this fucking, through these playoffs. And all you fucking fanboys can argue with me on this shit if that's the case or not, but I don't care. Like, Steve Kerr, to me, in my perspective, has fucked this up every step of the way. Lucky Game 5. Lucky Game 5, and that's really it. I just really think there is something about this Warriors team. It's a bit unsettling, and again, if you lose back-to-back games at home like you did in games 3 and 4, you're never going to have a good time. So hopefully the Warriors lose today, make the NBA great again, Toronto. And boys and girls, if you want to follow me at the Sky Lounge, all the links are in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. And now, from me and the puppies, let's focus in on these little fuckers. Fuck off.